In the beginning of November 2016, Indian Prime Minister Modi went on national TV and told his people that 4 hours from now, the 1,000 rupiah and 500 rupiah notes would be no longer legal tender. People would have 50 days to turn them in. What the book argues is that we need to recalibrate the use of cash so that ordinary people can continue using it the way they do, but that large-scale tax evasion, criminal activities, and we're talking about drug trafficking, human trafficking, corruption, racketeering, so that these things are more difficult. However, the strategy and tactics are very different. I talk about doing this over 5 to 7 years. He did it over 4 hours and then 50 days to turn it in. And then really the strangest thing of all is that they hadn't printed the new notes to replace the old ones with. I'm really talking about advanced countries. I'm very clear about that. I essentially say, if you're a developing economy, don't try this at home. What I propose is removing large denomination notes. That's very light-handed. It just means if you're going to carry €1 million, $1 million, it's heavier. There are other ways of doing it. France, Italy, Spain have put caps on the size of cash payments. There are other countries like Sweden that wire the cash registers to try to get at people. I think the idea of just removing large denomination notes is something you ought to try first and probably would be pretty effective. You're not going to eliminate tax evasion. You're not going to eliminate crime, but you're going to cut it, both of them, I think, by several percent. It's not just a book about, how should cash be, but how is cash, how might cash be? Negative interest rates, and I don't mean how they're used in Europe and Japan today, but how they ought to be used in the distant future. I favor having a less cash society, absolutely not a cashless society, because I think issues of privacy, having robustness to power outages is very important. It's a very quirky topic within economics. There really aren't people working on it. I have for a long time. I think it's actually a very important one, and especially now in this world of very low, zero interest rates, it's really the future to think about how to deal with cash.